In this second instalment of the Chateau Adventures, we are back at the Chateau for our first full 2-week stint where we take on a whole load of demolition, taking down walls and plaster, preparing for the eventual renovation. Hi, I'm Nick. I'm half French, but for the best part of my life I lived and worked in London, both as a lawyer and as an HR business partner, where I met my amazing wife, Nicole.
And I'm Nicole, originally from Sweden. I work as a leadership and professional development consultant and coach. I moved to the UK in 2011, where I met Nick. We fell in love and got married in the south of France in 2016.
That same year, I left the perceived security of a corporate job and set up a successful business as a wellbeing and leadership coach and facilitator. Meanwhile, Nicole had planted the seed to France and create a very different kind of life for the two of us.
Over the next few years, we scoured the French countryside looking for a suitable property, but really struggled to find what we were looking for. That is, until in late November in 2019, when we happened across a dilapidated chateau in a little village called St Julien D'Eymet and fell in love with the potential to create a home and a business.
On returning to St Julien at the end of January 2020, we were sold on the chateau and so put in an offer on our return to the UK in February, only to find ourselves in a bidding war. On the brink of losing the chateau to another couple, we raised our initial offer to convince the owners to agree to sell it to us.
However, with COVID and a complicated succession involving 13 owners, it wasn't until March 2021 that we eventually became custodians of Chateau Adventures.
Our Chateau Adventures chart our trials and tribulations as we attempt to renovate this 1,000-year-old chateau. We took the bold decision to move to France in October 2022 when Nicole was 3 months pregnant. With almost zero DIY skills when we embarked on this project, we will be taking on a challenge of a lifetime as we not only learn a whole new set of skills, but learn to navigate French bureaucracy, figure out how to finance the renovation,
and, as of April 2023, learn to juggle all of that with the joys and challenges of parenthood. We also want to showcase the best bits of living in life in France.
We're hoping that by charting our adventures, we will inspire others to dream that little bit bigger, as well as raise some much needed funds for the renovation itself, to protect this beautiful and historic building. It had been 2 months since we had officially got the keys and become custodians of Chateau Adventures, but that was the earliest we could come back because COVID restrictions had meant that everything was still pretty much locked down. And this is really the earliest opportunity that we had to head back out to continue with the demolition that we'd started at the beginning of March. We were staying in a gîte just outside the village with some people who've now become our friends, Alison and Paul. And really, we were itching to get stuck back into the DIY, to the demolition, to get things moving forward.
This is quite therapeutic.
Our first job was really to try and clear up much of the mess we made when we were last there in March, before we could then get stuck into more demolition. While I was focused on continuing demolition in the area that will, at some point in the future, become a guest bedroom for our friends and family, a bathroom, but also a little nook and lounge for us, away from the hustle and bustle, Nicole had set to work on taking down the plaster and mortar from what will become the main entrance. That's currently split, as you can see, into multiple different rooms, which will become one grand open plan entrance hall and lounge area. Hey, how you getting on? Is that coming off quite nicely?
Yeah, this is where the water has been.
Ah, yeah, that's chunky.
It's always difficult in a big renovation project to know where to begin. And it's easy to get distracted because you see something else that you want to do. So here Nick was trying to attack one of the walls and have it demolished. And what has been also very interesting is to see how things have been made. This particular wall, we don't really know how old it is, but it's been using the old wattle and daub technique. We have found out that that's what it's called. Again, when you get into the bones of a place, you just get to know it a lot better, which is really helpful. And everything takes so much longer than you think it's going to take.
I love how you always keep it clean afterwards. It's wonderful.
I found this as well.
Was that newspaper? Fantastic. Let's see if we...
And things.
Any dates?
No, just Dordogne and pantaloons.
Well, I'm super impressed. After a slow start today, we've knocked it out of the park, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Well done.
You too.
At the start of a working day, we always take the time to open all the shutters to let the light in. We don't have any lighting, so we need to make the most out of the natural light that we do have from the windows.
Wonderful. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, good. It's the morning routine of opening all the windows.
Yeah, that's going to become a full-time job, I think, isn't it? The final wall to knock down today. Hoping I can get through that today. What do we think?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have all day, so that should be doable.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the skip will arrive.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Well, 3 down, only 50 to go.
Smell the fire here.
Yeah, I wonder why they're doing that. Interesting. You did a really good job on those stones under the window, actually.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
And there's more newspaper here.
Oh, cool. I wonder if we can get a date out of that. That'd be really interesting.
There's not much left of it.
Yeah, but all we need is the top of it that might have a... Anyway, stop making more mess.
One of the things that you notice when you are demolishing things is how much mess you make, and it wasn't 100% clear to us how we were going to get rid of everything in the beginning, but Nick found this brilliant trucking company.
Yeah, but in fairness, this very first skip that we had was from one of the builders we were thinking of working with, and in fact, who we have it subsequently worked with a little bit. But yeah, he was very kind and just literally within 24 hours had dropped off a skip for us to use and to start actually clearing up all the mess we'd been making.
Which was brilliant because, again, it makes it even more difficult to move around in piles of brick and mortar and things. So clearing
quite dangerous, actually.
Yeah, that too. And clearing a space up whilst you're working in it is much more... It makes you feel much better because you feel that it's one other step forward and you're clearing a space. So that was really, really good.
Once we managed to clear all of the debris away from that area, we took it upon ourselves to open up a closed up doorway, which required us removing all the stone one by one and revealing the back of a wardrobe from what will be the dining room. It was quite fun when we eventually got it all down, and Nicole, you were on the other side.
Yes, so I had the pleasure of, well, helping you get the door down. It's actually a beautiful door.
Piece of wood, yeah. Where is it now?
Yeah, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Wait. What? Wait. I'll get it from here.
Yep.
Okay, this is difficult to film, but there you are.
Yeah.
That's the door that made me fall through the floor, remember?
Yeah, we're not there yet. Skipping ahead. Wow. Hi. Wow.
Oh my god, and you have to walk through Narnia for the first time.
I'm going to. I'm just going to get the... That's a doorway that has not been in use for many, many, many years. I don't want to walk on the back of Narnia, but...
You're through.
We made it! And I think the other thing that I really enjoyed whilst we were staying there for 2 weeks was the way that we structured our days, which has been quite different to what we've been doing more recently. Maybe we need to think about going back to those days when we were kind of working a few hours in the mornings, going for beautiful lunches in nearby villages at the lovely restaurants we've got pretty much all around us in the various villages, and then we're coming back and working a couple extra hours in the afternoon. And I felt we were really productive,
despite all the wine we were drinking.
Yeah, we won't talk about that, but
maybe that's the illusion that we created for ourselves, that we were getting work done, but in reality, no. But we were getting an enormous amount of work done, and I think that is the whole point of, if you rest enough, then when you do work, you are able to put in a lot more energy and get a lot more done. So yeah, no, I'm very impressed with how we did it, and also it made it so enjoyable because, of course, one of the things is that we used all our holiday time, all our vacation days to do heavy-duty DIY, and it takes it out on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, we went from obviously enjoying quite a few holidays every year, seeing friends and family and just visiting new places, to pretty much using every single day of holiday we had to do DIY projects in the chateau. I mean, obviously very fulfilling and rewarding in terms of making progress. But yeah, I don't think we got a huge amount of downtime. Our next project after that was to really focus on going back to the entrance hall and knocking through and down the walls to open it up completely. So that's what we did. I started on knocking through the corridor wall, and then you got your hands dirty.
Yes, my job was to take down one of the separating walls. It was quite easy because the brick that they've used was one of those, I don't know what they call them, but they're very thin.
Yeah, a few centimeters thick.
Yeah, so it wasn't that hard work. It's quite enjoyable. Therapeutic, one could say.
Were you picturing my face?
Yes.
And then yeah, we made headway on the bathroom wall as well, which that's probably the most light it had ever seen. It was pretty dark and dingy before that, wasn't it? So it's quite nice to actually just open that up.
And completely mold infested with mushrooms growing out of the walls, or the ceiling especially, because that's where all the leaks.
Yeah, been a major leak into the bathroom for quite some time. So again, it was quite nice to just kind of get all the walls down and get it breathing properly.
but we decided to keep that gorgeous lamp.
How are you feeling?
Tired.
But successful?
Well, yeah. I think we've accomplished a lot today.
Yeah, I think so.
A lot more than I thought we would.
Well, yeah, given how slow this morning went. Oh wow, she's kicking it out. Hey, yeah!
To do a lot whilst I was away.
Thought I'd try and surprise you.
Oh my god! Also, this is so good.
Yeah. Managed to do around that in the sink as well, and then I've kind of started doing the bidet as well.
And cleared up.
Mostly, not all of it.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
And save my toilet.
And save the toilet.
This is so good.
Doing a splendid job.